Hey guys, Z here. This is what I like to call the Sugar Sweet Victorian. It is a huge Victorian mansion with just absolutely tons of stuff in it. Um, I think I almost didn't realize how big I was making it because it's been so long since I've built on a 64 by 64 lot. Like since I've done that on like The Sims 3. Um, it's simply massive, and I uh, I really like it, and sometimes, but in other times I'm like, oh my god. But I built it for my current household, and so it's personalized a lot. You might, like, if you wanted a more traditional home on the inside, you might want to go and redo it, like just do it differently. Um, but I built it for my current household, which is actually a bunch of hippie Sims. And I was like thinking that maybe they had gotten this old Victorian house and they were just doing it their way. Because, a, a lot of people want to build new for homes that are good for the ecosystem and the environment and everything. But the thing is, it can be very earth conscious to use an older house and to oh my god, I don't know why it stopped here. Sorry. But it can be very earth conscious to use an older home and to remodel it to be fitted with older fixtures, because you're not having to use as much new material and chop down as many things. And plus, a lot of older structures are actually very structurally sound and sturdy, and it could just be a really good idea to go with an older building depending on the condition it's in. And um yeah, and in general, these sims that the main sims that I play with, I have them really loving pink. It's like their favorite color. Um I have I have four sims. I have six Sims in this household, but I'm planning on adding two more. I'm planning on adding the parents back into the house again, and because they're getting on in years, and I will simply die if they die I before they before I get to see them again. And just so it's so the first family I started out with before it expanded had been just the Meadow and her son Cosmo. Um, and they just lived in this teeny tiny house that with a big backyard that they used to garden. And I think the only wish Cosmo completed had been the only aspiration that he'd completed had been the what's it called, the motor skill challenge. And I think he got pretty far in the other ones, but I can't remember. um Here I am trying to put an octagonal roof bits onto the regular roof. I really wish we had an octagonal roof tool. It would make everything so much easier. But I mean, they promote you to build octagonal pieces onto building. Why isn't there an octagonal or round roof tool? We have to come up with our own little things, but whatever. Maybe it's something they'll add in a patch. I don't think it should be something that's free. Um, or that's not free, I mean. Um, anyway, so this house has everything for them. They're sort of bohemian, as I said before. They're kind of hippies, and they there is just a ton of like art easels everywhere. There's a really great kitchen. I put the new dine out kitchen stove in there because um, one of the Sims is a professional chef. My my Sim Meadow married a townie Sim named Gladys Drake, who had two children of her own, Caitlin Drake and Israel Drake. And so they're part of the household, and I have really come to love Caitlin Drake. She's one of my favorites to play. She's like an amazing chef now, and just I love it. I think I've actually I they were one of those townies that are, you know, they're just generated in the town, I think, because because they weren't with any like they weren't in any house or anything when I started playing with them. And but before, um one time I was playing I was playing the Sims 4, and it was right when I was starting out. I'm pretty positive that they had been staying in um this they had been staying in one of the huge manors in Willow Creek, but they totally were just homeless when Meadow married Gladys. I'm not sure what that was about or anything, but I remember they had been living in um they had been living in Willow Creek in one of the manors with an older woman, someone who I'd assumed was Gladys's mother. I had just decided to play one of the random houses, and I had chosen them, and I could have sworn it was them. And back then I had Caitlin's look be um totally brown and red themed, and but brown, red, orange, warm color themed. But in in this uh in this LP, Caitlin turned out to be totally pink and adorable. And before, she was badass in this. Well, she's kind of badass in this, but she absolutely loves pink. And so I was also like, she also ended up marrying um a randomly generated townie herself named Luna Yang. And Cosmo ended up as he grew up, ended up accidentally getting his girlfriend pregnant. And that girlfriend had been Yuki Bear, Candy Bear's sister, that you don't see that often because she's a loner. But I've been cringing every time I've called Cosmo a him, because Cosmo ended up being transgender, and Cosmo is actually female. And this was before the patch. Cosmo is now named Wanda, and a reference to Fairly Odd Parents, which was one of my favorite cartoons growing up, because I'm an adult. And so Wanda and Yuki Bear are now raising their son, who is what's his name? I think it's Warren. I can't remember right now. And Warren has become a Wonderkind. He has completed every social or every aspiration except the social one, which I am still working on. And once he does, I'm going to turn aging back on. But for now, he is an immortal child. Um, yeah, so there is that. These rooms are a lot bigger than I had realized they were, which is something you have to look out for because it can be kind of crazy. I This house has 5 bedrooms, but it could easily be converted into a lot more. It has 5 bedrooms. I want to say 8 bathrooms. Then that's if you're counting the spa bathroom that I put in downstairs. Um, it has a formal dining room, 2 dining areas outside, um, a professional kitchen, a ballroom, a grand foyer, a parlor and bar, a all the bedrooms pretty much have little seating areas in them, um, and yeah, it's got a meditation room. It has a movie theater on the balcony. It has so much. There's so much in this house, and it is mostly very pink with some green and yellow. But mostly pink. Um and there's some blue too, but pink. And I know some people aren't into that, but I really liked it. Um, it took forever, and I think my game crashed a couple times when I hadn't saved some stuff, and some of the footage of me building that might be in here, though I'm not positive. Um, I didn't go with traditional lighting because in most of the rooms because, as I said, um, this is a refurbished Victorian, and they probably replaced a lot of the light and inefficient lighting fixtures. There are some more traditional looking ones in the more formal areas, and in some of the bedrooms of the more what I like to think of as girlier Sims. This is the ballroom. I did the chevron floor again, I know, but I really like it. I think it is very traditional, and I'll try and pull up some pictures of it. I'll post it on my Tumblr blog of people who have sort of chevron floors like that. Um, but it is a formal ballroom that has a piano and like little seats and a big dance floor. I put the wedding arch there just because I thought it looked pretty. um, yeah, so they can get their dance on or whatever. I have some Sims. Wanda is one of those Sims that likes to dance, that has that trait. I can't think of the name of it right now. Um, this is like Israel is the one. Yeah, but I'm going to try and make a concerted effort to do more with him. Um, I just had to cut out like a 3 minute chunk of video where for some reason it was just the same screen for, I don't know, 3 minutes. Yeah, that is professionalism, Zoe. Just walking away from your build and letting the screen just letting the recorder just run. Here I'm messing with the graphics because um, I was wanting to see the reflection on the tile, but this is such a big build that it just kept crashing. Um, so yeah. I think the kitchen becomes a little bit smaller a bit later. So it's not this size anymore, but there's only one chef who's going to be working in the kitchen a lot, and that's Caitlin. And yeah, so I move it so I can make room for the sauna because I have a little spa area downstairs in the corner next to the pool and the indoor pool. Yeah, there's an indoor and an outdoor pool. This house is huge. Um, Here I'm trying to place some mirrors that I think would be fancy. Um, Most stuff in here is white and silver. I'm actually not a huge fan of gold. I mean, I like gold, but I have to be in a really specific mood. But I've always loved silver. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like it's more pleasing to the eye. I think gold colors can get a little harsh sometimes. There was the outdoor dining area. Um, yeah, so I don't know. Just and it's funny because I mean, sometimes I do really like gold. It just, yeah, as I said, it has to be my mood or what it's on. Um, I put this like this statue in the corner with the hat on because I felt like that's totally something they do. They'd have, oh, the statue came with the house. Let's put like a weird hat on it because that's totally something for them. Um, they're just some goofy young people. Um, Immortal goofy young people that I don't want to age up because I don't want them to die. Um, I just love them so much. And yeah, I'm just throwing in some different things, trying to fill up spaces, and I'm not like, I don't know, I'm not the hugest fan of what happens in here. I think I accidentally lose the save at this point, like I lose the it might reset the footage. I don't know. I might go back in and redo it without recording it. Oh my god, I should have like edited this video better. Here I'm put. Oh, here's the end of the video because, yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.